Hi, this is Joy with Enjoy It Healthy, and I have 3 high protein superfood snack recipes that are really easy to make. Okay, so I love to have a snack in the afternoon because it ties me over till dinner, and if I don't have a plan or something that is convenient on hand, I tend to just go and grab whatever I can get my hands on. But if you plan ahead and you make these snacks ahead of time, then they will be there for you to grab when you're hungry. Okay, so the first recipe that I have is a sweet and savory roasted nut mix. Okay, and then I have a hummus that is just loaded with extra protein. So I've got that's lentil and cashew hummus. My third recipe isn't really a recipe, it's just a really simple go-to snack that I eat all the time, and it's peanut butter with cinnamon and a special added superfood. Okay, so that's coming up. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more healthy alternative substitute ingredients, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and select all, and then you'll get notifications whenever I post new videos. So nuts have, they are on their own a good source of protein, but we're just going to sort of boost that protein and add a couple more superfoods to just increase the overall nutrition of the snack. And it's gonna be simple, and then you're gonna have it on hand to grab really quick. Okay, so I have 3 cups of mixed nuts. I have pecans and cashews and macadamia nuts. What else do I have? Almonds and some seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds. So whatever you want, and walnuts I have in here too. Okay, so what we did to start is I took 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and mixed them with 6 tablespoons of water and let that sit. So it's kind of like this gelatinous goodness right here. You could, of course, add eggs to this or egg whites, but I love using chia seeds as an egg replacement because they just are so good for you. Okay, so I'm going to eyeball about a tablespoon of oil to this too. That's going to help the dry ingredients adhere to the nuts, so you get those nice and coated. And so I have 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I get a brand that's not fortified. I like this, the Glorious Vegan Noochy Licious, and just sprinkle that on top. It's 2 tablespoons or an 1/8 of a cup. And then I have a tablespoon of the everything bagel topping, so all kinds of seeds, and there's a little salt in there too. And then I just want to add a little bit of sweetness to have that like sweet and savory. So I'm going to do a kind of eyeball about, this is a raw honey. If you want to do vegan, use substitute maple syrup. But I'm going to eyeball about a tablespoon in there. Mix that up. And then the last bonus I'm going to add, I'm going to do the Mellow Yellow Superfood Mix by Your Super. If you don't have this, it's filled with all kinds of stuff, mostly turmeric and lucuma. It's got ginger and cinnamon, ashwagandha, so really good things. But if you just want the flavor, you can do turmeric and cinnamon too. But I do, this is such a nice mix. Okay, so I just do 2 sort of heaping teaspoons of the yellow mellow, and it turns it this pretty yellow color, and I'm just gonna mix that through. Okay, so once all of that is well dispersed, everyone's got some mellow yellow love in there, I'm going to transfer that to a parchment lined cookie sheet. We're just going to spread that out, and I have my oven on 350, and we're going to bake that for 10 minutes first. You want to stir it so that the tops don't get burned. Okay, timer's gone off. It's been 10 minutes. Normally I wouldn't pull this out all the way, but just to show you, I find it easier to kind of stir it around. Let me get this. Stir it around with a fish turner. So these fish turners are great for so many different things, but just give it a quick stir and then we'll put it back in the oven for 5 more minutes, stir it again, and then probably another 5 minutes. Say pull them out after about 17 minutes total, but you can see that they're nicely browned and oh my gosh, they smell really, really good. So they're delicious right now, hot and straight out of the oven. But I like to put them in little cups. A 1/4 cup fits in this little container here. And that way I don't eat more than I should. I just have a 1/4 cup serving and they're ready to go. 6 grams of protein, almost 7 grams of protein. For our second high protein superfood snack, I am making a lentil and cashew hummus. Okay, so probably the easiest thing to do is grab a can of lentils. I didn't have a can of lentils on me, but I always have dry beans on hand, so I just cooked, takes about 20 minutes, some lentils in a pot. So you can either throw a drained can in there, or I used a cup of the cooked lentils that I had. Okay, so to these cooked lentils, I am going to add a few things. So I soaked a 1/4 cup of raw cashews for about 30 minutes with some hot water. I'm gonna put those in here. And then I have I love this 2 tablespoon scoop. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of an organic tahini. Okay, that's dripping all over the place. Okay, then I have the juice of half of a lemon. I'm just gonna squeeze that right in there. And 1 small clove of garlic that is minced. You don't need much to have that nice, since it's raw garlic, you don't need that much to have that nice garlic flavor. Oh, and I'm missing some salt and pepper. We're gonna do a pinch or so of salt, a couple turns of pepper, and about a 1/4 cup of olive oil in there. This mini prep is so handy for little dips and sauces and dressings and all kinds of things. So put that lid on. If you want to throw in a little bit of heat in there, which I like to, a little cayenne pepper, that's also healthy for you. Well, I ended up adding, since I made my own, they're not as saturated with in liquid, you know, as the canned. So I added a couple tablespoons of water and a splash more of olive oil. But I want to show you. Oh, it's so good. Now lentils have the highest amount of protein of any of the legumes. So that's why I mix them with the cashews to just really have a high protein snack. In a 1/4 cup of this hummus, you're gonna have 12 grams of protein. That's such a great afternoon snack. I love to have something at about 3 o'clock, and so that it can tie me over till dinner. But it's delicious with these vegetables. My last high protein snack is not so much a recipe as it is just the quickest thing you can grab that has 11 grams of protein in it. Okay, so peanut butter, we know, is loaded with protein. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. This is organic peanut butter, and I would recommend really looking at the ingredients. This literally just has peanuts and sea salt. That's it. It's kind of a pain because you have to stir it when you initially open it, but Anyway, so I'm just gonna use my finger because that's what I normally do. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of your favorite peanut butter, and I put cinnamon in a shaker, and so we're gonna either sprinkle that on right here or sprinkle that on the apples. I've got an organic pink lady apple that I cut up. Always go for organic when it comes to apples because it's on the Dirty Dozen list. And then I just take 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts, the shelled hemp seeds, and sprinkle that over. Now these have omega-3 and 6, but in 1 little tablespoon there are 3 grams of protein in these little babies, and I love them. You can, this is like the easiest snack, but you could put them on your salad, in your smoothies, or whatever. So I'm a big fan of that. I'll put a link below on where to get them. Okay, so that's it. 3 simple snacks that are high in protein and loaded with superfood ingredients to boost the nutrition. Thanks.